Hey, what's up guys? My name is Codes, and today I'm going to be teaching you some tips that every MX Bikes player needs to know. Some of these might be pretty basic, nevertheless you should find some useful information in this guide. First, a quick introduction. I've been playing this game for about 2 years now, and I've logged over 2,000 hours, so I've got some experience I can share. And in my opinion, this is one of the best motocross games I've ever played. Well, maybe besides those glorious games that we played as kids. I also ride in real life. Well, still kind of learning.
Are you ready? You ready?
I love riding dirt bikes. It's like one of the best things I ever got into, and I still have a lot to improve on, which makes it even more fun. Anyway, on with the video. The very first thing I did was bind my rider lean and my steering to one stick. If you don't, you'll have to lean your rider's body in opposition to the direction you're turning. So you'll have to be using both of your sticks to turn. I don't like it. My ADHD brain does not comprehend that. I ain't got like 8 fingers like an octopus to be able to do that. So I'm going to show you how to change it. It might seem a little complicated, but it's actually pretty simple. So first things first, we're going to be navigating to your MX Bikes folder, which is located in your Documents, Paboso, MX Bikes, and then into here. And we're going to be messing with the controls.txt file. Now, I recommend just copy and pasting a little backup to your desktop in case you need to go back in case you mess anything up. Okay, make sure your game is closed, and then you're going to open up your controls.txt file. And the first thing you're going to do is replace this first line. I'll paste everything in the description so it'll make it even easier. So you're going to take this one, copy it, replace the first one. Make sure there's no spaces. Then you're going to go down here to Control, Left, Right Lean, and you're going to replace this one here with that line. And then you're going to save it, and then you should have your rider, lean, and steering combined to one stick. What makes this game so great are the mods available for anyone to download from mxbmods.com for free. The community support for this game is unreal. The first mods that you need to get are the OEM Bikes Pack and the OEM Tire mods. They are actually required to play online. The Bike Pack adds every single manufacturer you could want, and the Tire mods improve some stability and traction in the game and are completely optional to put on. Secondly, tracks. I don't even know where to begin with the tracks in this game. There are countless tracks you can download. From Iron Man to Redbud to fictional tracks inspired by the community, there are new ones constantly being made every day and improved upon. I mean, just look at all these tracks that I've gotten over the years. That's like 60 gigabytes of tracks, and honestly, to tell you the truth, that's not even a lot. Like, the hardcore players in this game probably have a lot more than that. Okay, so the third mod is the Max HUD mod, and this is an absolute must. It allows you to see parameters and statistics on the screen that aren't normally shown by the base game. Like how on the screen now, you can see my little radar in the top right, the standings on the left, yada, yada, yada. And you can actually customize them and move them around on your screen to your own preferences. I'm going to show off the settings that I use in my game, but I'm not going to cover each one because it would just be too long of a video. There are so many settings in this game that you can change. I mean, you can literally customize every parameter to your own liking to be able to see what you like and how you like to play the game. But I don't do anything really particular that a lot of people probably don't. Just showing them off right now. Yeah, here's my field of view setting, my tilt, pitch. I use corner anticipation, and I use lean heading at 40%. I love the way that the camera kind of follows the rider a little bit. That's just my preference, I guess. So for the few first hours of gameplay, I recommend keeping lean help on, and traction help, and all of basically the assists. When you first start out, you're going to want to do it. If you don't, you're probably going to crash a lot and you're just not going to have fun. But once you do get way more comfortable in the game, these are what I play at. This is just what I use. Once you turn off lean help and these assists here, especially rider sit, you will be able to whip and scrub and have way more control over the bike and actually be able to do what you want. Okay, I am by no means the fastest at this game. There are some crazy crackheads out there who will yeet past you faster than you can even realize, but I do think I have some decent tips that I can share. One, you will crash a lot, and that's just how it goes when you first start out. But once you get some practice down and learn the basics, it definitely becomes way easier. When you first start playing the game, I recommend playing the easier tracks like Forest and Walnut, and once you master these, you can move on to the harder tracks like MXGP, yada yada yada. This game is super sensitive to your inputs, and if you've come from any typical racing game, you're going to be wanting to slam that throttle every second you get. But that's what you don't want to do. Part of what makes this game so great is the reward you get from being fast and smooth. The specific type of terrain you're riding in the game also has a big effect on how well the bike handles and performs. Sand is obviously way different than typical soil, and each track will honestly feel different. Some people will adjust their suspension settings in the game, but typically I don't. I found that stock suspension settings are pretty consistent for nearly all the tracks in this game. The only things that I will do is up my tire pressure with the tire mod, the 120 tire. I will up my tire pressure if the track has gotten rutted in. I'll go up to like 16, but otherwise I'm usually running it at 12.3. Okay, guys, we're in game now, and I'm just going to show you some really important info here about leaning back in this game and how important it is. So I'm going to start right on this section here, and I'm not going to lean back at all. I'm just going to keep my guy neutral. Oh, my game crashed. Okay, we're back. All right, we're going to go back to this section. I'm not going to lean back at all, and I want you to see how the bike is handling. It's kind of just going everywhere. It's not really stable. I don't have much traction. Kind of jumpy. Whoop. I'm not leaning. I'm literally just staying neutral this whole time. I'm not leaning back at all or doing anything with my right stick. Just steering and shifting. Wow. I'm surprisingly holding up pretty well. As you can see, it's pretty, I mean, I'm staying up, but it's pretty slow. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and do this section while I'm leaning back. And my right stick is going to be leaning back down the whole time, as much as it can. As you can see, I'm already a lot faster. Anyway, you get the point, though, is that leaning back in this game will definitely give you way more traction, and it'll give you a lot more stability, and the bike will handle the bumps way more when you're leaning back. Okay, so we're back in game now, and we're about to discuss something I don't see talked about in the community, and that's the importance of leaning forward. Just like that, leaning forward over these jumps, you can scrub them a little bit. If you want to scrub at all, you got to lean forward. I mean, look at that scrub there. We're going to go back and look at that. All right, yeah, look at this shit. Woo! The only way I did that is because I knew exactly when to lean the bike forward. Okay, guys, we're going to be wrapping up this video now. I really hope you could find some useful information in this guide. I'm going to be making some more videos in the future, so if you'd like to check those out, please stay tuned. Anyway, have a good one.